I'll show you what fighting really is.
Coming in the far end corner, Lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. She has the platform for this player to get right. The two men also from the touches in his survives. He's gonna jump and hit the momentum way too close to him, but the Martin is gonna make sure that he hits two of them.
Hey guys, what's up? So we are back, and this is gonna be the grand finals today. This is the MKE tournament, and the teams that are gonna fight for the champion is gonna be ABM and Vendetta. So we have seen how good they both have been throughout the tournament, and they have played so well. So finally, this is it, and this is gonna be the final stage, guys. I hope you guys are excited as well because we are so much excited about this final. So before we go into the details of the draft and the players, I would like to talk about the sponsors. And this tournament is sponsored by Genesis Store, and the co-sponsors are Zeutan Store and IVY Store. And also, guys, make sure to watch out on the stream for the promo code that will be popping up anytime soon. It's a first come, first served situation, so make sure that you use this promo code and put it in the link that has been given in the description. So, the first one who will enter the promo code will be able to get diamonds in his Mobile Legends account. So, coming back to the game, I have along with me my co-caster Scared Yet. So Scared, what are your thoughts about the game so far?
Thank you so much, Besto Friendo. Thank you so much for that introduction, Zain. And really, I'm so very excited for this amazing grand finals. It's going to be a best of seven. And just as you said, the teams are going to be ABM, who are going to be the challengers up against the two times defending champion Vendetta. They've been on a great winning streak as of now, but one of that is going to be broken. But again, it is a best of seven. There'll be so many things that we might come across. Of course, everyone, along with you, me, all the audience out there, would want to see this grand finals go to that final seventh, the decider match. But as of now, we're gonna quickly look into the draft. We had two bans already from each team coming in the lobby, and ABM were the ones who banned out a Terizla as well as a Fanny. Two respect bans coming in, and the third one is going to be a Minsitar, the revamp Minsitar. I really hate the voice acting, but the design seems like nice, decent, okay. I've not made up a personal opinion as to how good he is in the meta, but I would really like to see how he comes out to be. And we've been talking about the bans, Zane. The bans coming in from Vendetta, they were a Xavier as well as a Fredrin. So meta bans coming out, but now they've banned out a Lunox.
Yeah, they have banned Lunox and Fredrin as well. Sorry, it's Orlot actually. And I mean, since Olet has been released, he has been one of my favorite XP laner, or you can say a jungler as well, because he can adjust to both roles. And meanwhile, we have Valentina, who has been banned. So Valentina has been banned constantly. If we have seen it throughout the tournament, especially when it comes to Vendetta. They have banned Valentina, or they have picked her. I mean, either way, they don't let Valentina go towards the opponent.
Need some stitches? I
That is
can
absolutely correct because their composition is something like which can be countered pretty easily with the Valentina. She can steal with those ultimates and can use them to give the setups against their own team. So that is going to be something that we'll have to look out for. And the reason why they banned out the Valentina, I wanted to point it out, was that Faramis. We know how insane he actually is, and the cult altar is just a broken ability whenever it comes to those team fights. And Valentina can very easily just copy that and can use the cult altar for her own team. So these are the few things that they made sure to come across and they banned it out. But as of now, Melissa being first picked by ABM, that is something that I was surprised of. But the answer that I've been coming in with Vendetta, Martis as well as Faramis, pretty solid lineup as for the first opening pick.
Yes, and if you look at it, Vendetta are going with a very smart draft here. They are forcing ABM to actually go out of their comfort to pick some heroes that they are not comfortable with. And so far, we have seen it that Melissa and Forza has been picked. I would like to say that Lapu Lapu is a good pick here because he can actually penetrate into the back lane as well with the Bravest Warrior. So we're going to see how well Lapu Lapu will be used here. But I would like to say that Farsa might be the key pick here as well, because she can target the back lane or the front laners as well, since she has a lot of range with Feathered Airstrike.
You're absolutely correct on that. And of course, you can zone out quite a ton of heroes. And we know that those bombardments are gonna, come across. Vendetta might actually be forced to use the cult altar early. So it is a very good tool to actually bait quite a few skills out. But again, we will have to focus on Martis as he can go into the EXP, he can play in the jungle as well. So that is a very good flex pick. The opening two picks, both of them are actually flex pick because Faramis can actually play as a roam, or you can put him just directly in the mid lane and you can keep those final two picks to counter the entire lineup that ABM might bring on the table. But Akai as well as Yuzhong, pretty solid bans. I was expecting a Yuzhong ban coming in from ABM because of course they've got the Farsa. Eve is still open though. So, but looking that Esmeralda, it kind of shows that she's gonna go into that EXP Martis in that jungle, and I wanted to talk about Esmeralda a little bit as well because of the buffs that she has received. The cooldowns have been reduced, and the damage she deals has been increased, and she's kind of broken in that EXP lane as of now.
Yeah, indeed. And since that buff that she has received, and I would like to talk about rest of the heroes as well. I mean, if you look at Kaja and some other heroes as well, they have received some changes, and because of that small amount of change, the whole meta has shifted a lot in just one day. So, guys, we have our draft completed. The Joe and Grok has been the final pick. So, the draft seems to be good from both sides. I would like to see how good Kaja performs here in the jungle, because this is gonna be a very this is actually a very awkward pick, but we're gonna see how it's gonna work out for the side of ABM. Meanwhile, on the side of Vendetta, we have Martis jungle. So, what do you think? I mean, once again, we can see here the jungle emblem is back.
I'm a little bit surprised, honestly, because we don't usually see Kaja, but again, we know that Apex on the Grok can get in some amazing initiations. Plus, Kaja is also a type of hero that you actually use to initiate those fights with the flicker divine judgments coming in. You can surprise your opponents, but for now, Apex is going to take a little bit of damage. Array just making sure to bully Apex. Support comes in from Asuna. Make sure that Array has to retreat in this situation and Apex stands strong. We'll actually get this healing back. They've got the control of the mid as of now. Zen will have to play back, and I personally feel like picking a Claude up against when there is a Melissa in the enemy. Yes, of course, you can definitely dive in on towards that Farsa using the Battle Mirror image. But a Melissa will be the one who's be winning the lane against you. She actually wins the lane against almost everyone. But I am expecting Array to actually go into the lane of Claude to help him farm as Melissa is actually freezing the lane.
Yeah, I mean that's a good strategy, especially against Claude, because here we can see a little bit of fight. It seems to me that Claude is in trouble, but yep, he might be able to escape this time. Yes, he will be. Meanwhile, here we can see the first blood has been taken. Farsa was taken down by Martis there, so it seems to me that early fights have broken out, and it seems to me that
Oh,
Grok is in trouble here. Melissa, oh my goodness, the damage is insane. In the early game, and Grok had to figure out to escape, but Faramis was taken down by Melissa there. So I mean, it's an equal trade from both teams here.
1 for 1 and mage for a mage. But again, that kill going into the hands of Ryu on that Melissa is something that might trouble the entire team of Vendetta when they'll be transitioning towards that mid side of the game. In the EXP matchup, we know that both of those heroes will be just cutting the lane. Esmeralda should win that matchup technically, but the rotation seems to be kicking in from Farsa. Martis also joins in. We have the bravest warriors used by Alim as well. They want to actually chase her, but she will be surviving. And the cult altar has actually been forced out. That might be a
Wow.
little questionable decision, but Apex can actually get that setup in. Martis takes away the turtle, and we will probably see a full retreat coming in from both of these teams.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that maybe there will be a good fight on the turtle, but because of that zoning coming from the side of Vendetta, ABM was actually forced to go chase them, and that was the bait that actually helped them take down that turtle there quite easily. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane here, we can see that Melissa seems to be in a position where she might get ganked, but Grok is there, and he has been providing some good amount of vision there for his team so far.
You're absolutely correct on that. And you know, this entire game is actually of the vision game. But looking at the current scenario, we know that Venom is actually getting those pickoffs. Decimation, where is it? Not yet used up. He actually wants to go in for the chase, but Ryu is also there. And we know that go away is a very great tool to actually just stop those engages in their track. So Venom respected it, will just retreat, play it for the farm, stealing away the jungle from Kaja. And that might actually be a little more problematic for Jay since he will actually go in for that tanky build. So they would definitely want to feed in all those finishes. But Divine Judgment connects Venom being picked off, Cult Altar not coming back in time, and we have the Blazing Duet as well. But since Zen does not have enough damage as of now, he will have to retreat. And Paramis just buying time for his teammates so everyone else survives.
Yes, what a great fight that was, and that was really insane. Uh, One thing I would like to talk about here is Claude, that he has the sprint spell and he's not going with vengeance, so he will be extremely aggressive, especially in the late game with that sprint. Oh, once again, Claude was taken down with a sorry. That was a very surprise attack coming from Lapu Lapu, and it seems to me that, oh my goodness, it's gonna be way after taken by Cho, and here comes Feather Day Strike, and Lapu Lapu still surviving, but Faramis will be the one who will be taking down Lapu Lapu there, and it seems to me that Partis is there and he has taken off Farsha. It seems to me that he is trying to be very aggressive, but it still seems to me that it's gonna be the buff. Oh my goodness, in the meantime, Retribution has casted, and Kaja was the one to take down that purple buff there. Meanwhile, Grok was there, and yep, for now they will have to disengage because they know that if they stay there any longer, they might be in trouble.
Honestly speaking, that knockup coming in by Array was actually Doom. That literally saved Martis right there. Venom would have been picked off because he was actually finished off and stunned up because of the wild charge. But the turtle seems to be in favor of ABM as of now. The entire team of Vendetta would have to retreat. They are not at all winning in those trades. But Jay easily frontlining. He's going in for that full tank build. Probably has finished the Molten Essence already. So will be able to soak up quite a ton of damage. But looking at the top side as of now, Esmeralda getting that trade. Alim, he'll have to retreat and play it safe. But we have the bravest warrior connecting. Nope, not yet. That was an easy retreat. Sprint was used by Baby Tizu. But the tower might fall since there are 4 people right here, and I don't think so he has any resources to actually survive. Asuna wants to get the stun, and they actually want to go in for this fight, and she has managed to retreat from that tower as well. Using the feathered airstrike to finish Vivitizu off. Asuna will not be able to land those bombarding shots because of the movement speed and end towards that back line. Venom will retreat. He will have to play it a little more safe. Tier 1 is finally destroyed. Baby Tizu will be finished off. I don't think so he's gonna survive for any longer. If he does that, it's going to be insane. Almost taken down. But look at that. Jay seems to be in trouble. Decimated. But that is not enough. And it has not resetted. We also have coming in the blazing duet. But that is about it. They're not being able to finish those kills. Alem taking Claude down. That is basically the best trade they could have had in this entire scenario.
Oh my goodness, the amount of defense coming from the side of ABM, they were almost wiped out, but because of those low HPs, but still they somehow survived there. And now it seems to me that they have instead taken Claude down with that counter attack there, especially by Lapu Lapu. And I've seen how good Lapu Lapu has been with that aggressiveness that he's actually showing there. And I would like to see that there might be another turtle fight here, but let's see. Grok seems to be in trouble, but he might be able to survive Falling Star Moon coming from Esmeralda, and she will disengage there. Oh my goodness, that was flicker skill there, but Joe, oh my goodness, here comes the Grok, and it seems to me that go away was casted, but Feathered Strike taking down Martis there with a killing spree, and Bravest Warrior by Lapu Lapu not connecting onto anyone there. I think what he was actually trying to do there was just engage with the ultimate so that they can actually allow for the side of Vendetta to actually go back. And it seems to me that they are in trouble there, and Flicker has been found by Framis there to escape. And my goodness, amount of aggressiveness coming from the side of ABM is so good that Vendetta has been forced to retreat.
Absolutely, and ABM have managed to secure the turtle as well. They'll be probably sieging the mid tier 1, but we are seeing Vendetta trying to go in for that defense. They don't have the resources. Bravest Warrior connecting again, and this time Ray will be taken down. It's not gonna survive. And the divine judgment landing perfectly on Venom, not allowing him to do anything. The Curry Altar was used up, but not saving the life of anyone, and it's going to be 2Es taken out of this map, and mid tier 1 will fall. They did not lose anyone in that entire team fight. What a play from ABM.
Wow, that was insane. And I have that's what we were talking about. That even though that Vendetta has forced ABM to actually pick some heroes that have been difficult for them, but the Kaja pick has been so good for them so far, especially with the Divine Judgment has been casted so many times on Martis as well. And I think we are gonna see another fight here on the bottom lane turret. Once again Feather Day strike, a monster kill from Melissa. Oh my goodness, double kill, it's gonna be triple kill by this Maniac, and it is Maniac. Oh my goodness. Wow, Melissa has been so insane, especially with the skills that the way that she has been playing. Wow, what an insane amount of gameplay coming from ABM in the first game, guys. Here at the Land of Dawn, it seems to me that they are in a hurry to end the game, and points are coming from Kaja, and Unstoppable from further achieving the one to take down Esmeralda there. Wow, what a fight it has been.
Maniac coming in, that too in the grand finals. The defending champions are being overwhelmed in this game number 1 by ABM, and they are playing insane at this point, just as we said. They've got the entire lever to move around the map just because of the way Apex is opening the entire area. He knows that he'll be able to dodge any kind of CC that might come in from the members of Vendetta, and they're trying to siege in the mid tier 3 as well. If this one falls, they'll be in so much trouble. But what was that? It was an amazing way of the Dragon in the tower. The managed to finish her off. Here is the blazing duet. It has been used up as well. Cult Altar not available, but they're going in for the chase. They want to take all of them down, but an insane wall by Apex trying to save the life of his own and his comrade Jay. But 3 of their teammates have already fallen. What was that knockup?
Wow, what a beautiful counter attack there coming from the side of Vendetta. Then it seems to me that on top lane, Kacha is trying as much as he can to actually take away some members onto him from that Lord, but it seems to me that they are not moving anywhere, and Rock was actually trying to steal that Lord, but so far he has failed. It seems to me that he might be able to survive there because he has that skill which gives him immunity, and it seems to me that they are back. Lapu Lapu is there, but he has not yet executed Bravest Warrior. So, I mean, how did you saw how well that Way of the Dragon was executed on that Melissa? That was a perfect play coming from Joe there.
He's bringing his team back, and this is the power of a show. You can get those knockouts. All you need is that one way of the dragon landing onto the perfect target in the perfect direction. The deficit they were in the goal, now they're coming back, they're crawling back. They're 33.8, still around 3k behind. My match is not that great, but they're coming back slowly and steadily. But seriously, I really feel that in this situation, if this comeback comes to be true, then Vendetta will have an amazing opportunity to make it move forward. As of now, the Cult Altar used up, but he's not being able to join the team fight because of the wall of the Grok and the Bravest Warrior in between 4 people. Knockup coming in, but Alem just tanking each and everything. Venom and Zen have been taken out of the picture already, and this should be the sign for the entire team of Vendetta to retreat back.
Yeah. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Lord almost took down that tier 3 turret there from the top lane, and they have somehow defended there as well because the whole team was engaged in the fight there. But Forza had to retreat with the bird form to actually reach that tower as fast as he can to defend, and they have so far. But for now, I think the aggressiveness coming from ABM has costed them a little bit. They have overcommitted a couple of times there in a fight, and that has costed them, especially Melissa. And she has been taken down once again by Esmeralda this time, if you have seen there, and in the team fight, and they have to protect Melissa at all costs. Farsa and Melissa are the key members right now who can actually, take down the entire team there, especially with the Feathered Airstrike, the damage that she has, and Melissa with the amount of burst that she's having, especially with that attack speed. So they have good amount of frontliners there. All they have to do is defend their back lane, and they can actually win that fight. But it seems to me that Vendetta knows quite well how to counter them. Seems to me the damage from Claude has increased quite a lot there, especially with the Demon Hunter. Oh, once again, you can see the knockup on that block there by Joe, but yep, he will disengage once again.
Feathered Airstrike, what? That was just one Feathered Airstrike bomb. Just one. And Zen is literally down to his last bar of HP. What is that damage? We were just talking about the damage coming in from Zen, but Asuna is just on cloud 7 at this point. With that amount of burst, I don't think so anyone would be able to survive, but we are seeing a setup onto Apex. Grog's Wild Charge is not yet used up. He will be able to actually give an amazing setup. We go Venom being caught up in the Divine Judgment Cult Altar to bait him out. And this should be the sign for the retreat. Array gets the knockup again, but look at the backline. Zen goes in with the Wind of Nature Divine Judgment play, but Alim waiting at his BMI's location, and Zen will be taken down in this situation. It's a 1-for-1 trade as of now. Kaja with the killing spree takes Venom down. And wait, is Zen still surviving? Nope, he will be taken down. Alim does his job well, but in the mid lane, fight still continues as the trades go in favor of Vendetta. They will probably be able to take Jay down, but he will survive as of now. Apex still surviving, still fragging, wants to take the entirety of that aggression so that his teammates stay safe. I mean, looking at the entire setups that have been coming in from both of these teams, of course, you would definitely want Array to get that pick off using the Way of the Dragon. But, that's kind of similar what Jay wants to do. He also wants to get that Divine Judgment in, and as soon as the Mortal Coils are over, Venom becomes so vulnerable to that Divine Judgment, even though he's actually going in for the full tank build. Apart from that Hunter Strike, he's not being able to tank that damage at all. And Zen trying to get those finishing blows onto Melissa, onto Asuna. He's trying to get that damage in, but they still need that full combination coming in, and that's going to be another Divine Judgment. Just as I said, he will not be able to survive that burst. That's a knockup coming in from Lord, honestly. And another great Way of the Dragon used up by Array, but no follow-up whatsoever. Melissa still did the damage that she needed to do, and this time Array will also be finished off using the flicker defensively, trying to get as much time as possible. Asuna is going to survive that outburst because 3 people are actually defending him. And we are seeing the falling star moon connecting yet again Asuna with the winter truncheon play. Tuiz will not be able to save his teammate as of now, but Apex seems to be in trouble. Alim is actually still trying
Oh
to
my
chase
goodness.
baby, but the thing is, he's literally just wasting time. He's buying time. And that is
And
what the team Vendetta needs.
yes, and that is exactly what he has been successful in doing so far. And the whole team is back, and they will be able to defend that Lord. My goodness, that play from Esmeralda has been so good, and she is still surviving there somehow. And she is not easy to take down. And once again, the section shield has been popped up. But yeah,
Holy
finally,
smokes.
oh my goodness. After a 1 minute of survival there against all odds, she has survived and she has helped her team to defend that Luminous Lord. And yep, my goodness, what a great play coming from both teams there. I mean, the amount of defense that both teams have is so great. Once again, we have another fight. It seems to me that it's gonna be uh, Joe whose transaction share popped apart. He might not be able to survive, and killing spree coming from Lapu Lapu there with the bravest warrior and feather airstrike on to everyone. Counter has been popped as well, but Martin has been taken down, and so has been Faramis and the turret as well. So it's gonna be very difficult. It is 1 against 5, and my goodness, this might be the
Oh,
end for Vendetta. And yep, this has so what an amazing gameplay coming from APM. The first game goes towards the side of APM. Amazing play, my goodness, Vendetta. Wow. I mean, if you look at it, Vendetta tried so well and so hard to actually defend, but because of those siege minions coming from both ends, it was very difficult for them to defend them as well against the turrets. So, and the feathered airstrike, especially from the Farsa and Melissa as well, the damage, my goodness, what a game it has been from the both teams here. It was a 50-50. I thought that Vendetta might be able to. Uh, you know, make a good comeback here, but yep, they have failed to do so against a lineup of ABM here. What are your thoughts about this match here yet?
Um, honestly, the thing being, we kind of knew that ABM just wants to play along that divine judgment, and for any kind of aggressive play or over aggression or mistakes that might come in from Vendetta, they have the wild charge just ready. And to break that back line, they have Alim on that Lapu Lapu, who we know is going to tank so much damage. He tanked 100,000 damage, 22% damage taken. Of course, Grok is going to take the sandbag of this match with I believe 162,000 damage tank. That's 1,62,000. That's absolutely insane on that Grok. But it's Apex. We know that he's going to do these things. He does Apex things. But what exactly Vendetta should have done in that entire scenario was that they should have played in with the dive in potential. That is, array with those knockups. It should give an opening to Baby Tuzu as well as Zen to go in towards that backline with the falling Star Moon's immobilization and the blazing duet by Claude. They should have been able to shred that backline, and for any unfortunate scenarios that might have happened, they had a Faramis' cult altar to just bait them out of that if in case the engage goes wrong. But they were not at all allowed to do anything. And the reason being, we saw basically a chain reaction, a domino effect coming in from the early game, wherein there was just one mistake and one capitalization by ABM. The mistake was made by Vendetta, and that was capitalized perfectly by ABM. And from that point onwards, this did not allow Vendetta even a single chance to crawl back into this match, and they played the game as the momentum was in their favor. And because of that, they were not able to somehow get those pickoffs in, knockups coming in. It was really, really good to see. However, at the end of the day, it was Team ABM who got the win with the after the Luminous Lord, to be honest. Luminous Lord was also defended. So it was a really fun match to watch, but I really want to see what Vendetta is going to bring onto the table in the game number two.
Yes, I am excited as well. So, guys, we are gonna be back in the next match, and we're gonna see how it goes. So far, Vendetta will be in a little bit of pressure here, but we're gonna see how they will be able to manage to make a good comeback here against ABM. So, guys, stay tuned. We'll be back in uh in a while.
Absolutely. Game number two.
Here we can see the first blood has been taken. Farsa was taken down by Martis there, so it seems to me that early fights have broken out, and it seems to me that Grok is in trouble here. Melissa, oh my goodness, the damage is insane in the early game, and Grok had to flicker out to escape, but came with that. Once again, Claude was taken down with a Bravest Warrior. That was a very surprise attack coming from Lapu Lapu, and it seems to me that, oh my goodness, it's gonna be way off the dragon by Cho, and here comes Feather Day Strike, and
survive for any longer. If he does, that is going to be insane. Almost. Alim was taken down, but look at that. Jay seems to be in trouble. Decimated, but that is not enough, and it has not resetted. We also have coming in the blazing duet, but that.
and she will disengage there. Oh my goodness, that was flicker skill there, but Cho, oh my goodness, here comes the Grok, and it seems to me that go away was casted, but Feather Day Strike taking down Martis there with a
Tier 1, but we are seeing Vendetta trying to go in for that defense. They don't have the resources. Bravest Warrior connecting again, and this time Ray will be taken down. He's not gonna survive. And the divine judgment landing perfectly on Venom, not allowing him to do anything. The cult altar.
here on the bottom lane turret. Once again Feather Day Strike, monster kill from Melissa. Oh my goodness, triple kill, it's gonna be triple kill by this Maniac, and it is Maniac. Oh.
Tier 3 as well. If this one falls, they'll be in so much trouble. But no, what was that? It was an amazing way of the dragon Melissa in the tower. The managed to finish her off. Here is the blazing duet. It has been used up as well. Cult altar not. Vendetta will have an amazing opportunity to make it move forward. As of now, the cult altar used up, but he's not being able to join the team fight because of the wall of the Grok and the Bravest Warrior in between 4 people. Knockup coming in, but Alim just tanking each and every street array. Gets the knockup again, but look at the backline. Zen goes in with the Wind of Nature Divine Judgment play, but Alim waiting at his BMI's location, and Zen will be taken down in this situation. It's a 1-for-1 trade as of now. He's trying to get that damage in, but they still need that full combination coming in, and that's gonna be another Divine Judgment. Just as I said, he will not be able to survive that burst. That's a knockup coming in from Lord, honestly, and another great way of the.
Again, we have another fight. It seems to me that it's gonna be Joe whose resurrection shield found apart. He might not be able to survive, and killing spree coming from Lapu Lapu there with the Bravest Warrior, and Feather Day Strike on to everyone. Cult Altar has been popped as well. Here we can see the first blood has been taken. Farsa was taken down by Martis there, so it seems to me that early fights have broken out, and it seems to me that Grok is in trouble here. Melissa, oh my goodness, the damage is insane in the early game, and Grok had to flicker out to escape, but came with that. Once again, Claude was taken down with a Bravest Warrior. That was a very surprise attack coming from Lapu Lapu, and it seems to me that, oh my goodness, it's gonna be way off the dragon by Cho, and here comes Feather Day Strike, and
survive for any longer. If he does, that is going to be insane. Almost. Alim was taken down, but look at that. Jay seems to be in trouble. Decimated, but that is not enough, and it has not resetted. We also have coming in the blazing duet, but that.
and she will disengage there. Oh my goodness, that was flicker skill there, but Cho, oh my goodness, here comes the Grok, and it seems to me that go away was casted, but Feather Day Strike taking down Martis there with a
Tier 1, but we are seeing Vendetta trying to go in for that defense. They don't have the resources. Bravest Warrior connecting again, and this time Ray will be taken down. He's not gonna survive. And the divine judgment landing perfectly on Venom, not allowing him to do anything. The cult altar.
here on the bottom lane turret. Once again Feather Day Strike, monster kill from Melissa. Oh my goodness, triple kill, it's gonna be triple kill by this Maniac, and it is Maniac. Oh.
Tier 3 as well. If this one falls, they'll be in so much trouble. But no, what was that? It was an amazing way of the dragon Melissa in the tower. The managed to finish her off. Here is the blazing duet. It has been used up as well. Cult altar not. Vendetta will have an amazing opportunity to make it move forward. As of now, the cult altar used up, but he's not being able to join the team fight because of the wall of the Grok and the Bravest Warrior in between 4 people. Knockup coming in, but Alim just tanking each and every street array. Gets the knockup again, but look at the backline. Zen goes in with the Wind of Nature Divine Judgment play, but Alim waiting at his BMI's location, and Zen will be taken down in this situation. It's a 1-for-1 trade as of now. He's trying to get that damage in, but they still need that full combination coming in, and that's gonna be another Divine Judgment. Just as I said, he will not be able to survive that burst. That's a knockup coming in from Lord, honestly, and another great way of the.
Again, we have another fight. It seems to me that it's gonna be Joe, whose resurrection shield is powered apart, he might not be able to survive, and killing spree coming from Lapu Lapu there with the bravest warrior and feather airstrike on to everyone. Cultata has been popped as well. Here we can see the first blood has been taken. Farsa was taken down by Martis there, so it seems to me that early fights have broken out, and seems to me the Grok is in trouble here. Melissa, oh my goodness, the damage is insane in the early game.
I'll show you what fighting really is.
Coming in the far end corner, Lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And she has a flash for this player to get right. The two man also from the reflections in his survives. He's gonna jump and hit the momentum way too close to the Martin. He's gonna make sure that he gets two of them.
I'll show you what fighting really is.
Coming in the far end corner, Lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And she has a flash for this player to get right. The two man also from the reflections in his survives. He's gonna jump and hit the momentum way too close to the Martin. He's gonna make sure that he gets two of them. Welcome back, everyone, for the game number 2. We saw an insane game 1 in which we see the domination coming in from ABM. But Vendetta or the Vengeance Kings, they are the defending champions, and we know that they've got a lot up their sleeve. They might bring a lot of aces in this best of 7 matchup, and we're going to witness that in game number 2. But before heading into that, I really want to talk about what exactly happened in game number 1, Zing.
Yeah, so the game number 1 was actually quite exciting, and it was actually going both ways until the early mid game. But since that, ABM has capitalized so well against Vendetta, and the way they have used Farsa and Melissa as well, and they have dominated throughout the match, especially in the after the mid game. Once Farsa had her core items, and so had Melissa. But talking about Vendetta here, I mean, they were actually trying to do was that they were trying to catch Melissa or Farsa off guard. But because of the Joe, I mean, I know he can actually perform Way of the Dragon quite well once he catches up to his opponents. But if you look at it, Kaja had that divine judgment, and there was Krog as well. So because of those two heroes, it was very hard for them to actually, make a good counter there against those squishy heroes. So I think that was the key point. Those two picks there were the one, especially they were tank builds, so the front lane was quite strong from side of APM, and that actually helped them secure the first victory there.
Absolutely correct. But as of now, we're going to jump into the game number two. The bands that came in front of us this time from the blue side, that was Vendetta, was Xavier as well as the Frederick. They're going to stick to their bans, but we did see ABM changing up their bans. They did leave Terizla open this time and they banned out Melissa along with the Fanny. And the Kaja is going to be respect banned by Vendetta. I was expecting this to come through.
Yeah, Kaja has been banned, and I think this is actually a respect ban here. The way Kaja has played, and he hasn't died a single time in the previous match with 4 kills and more than 16 assists there. And meanwhile, Orlat has been banned from the side of ABM here this time. So I mean, it's good ban so far. And yep, Juzong has been banned once again. This time from the side of Vendetta there.
It is highly possible that they might actually go in for the Farsa pick, the denial pick, but we can see Mincy and Arlott being respected. So I really want to see Mincy left open up in this matchup because I personally feel like that he will go in with that tanky role. But for now, maybe Tizu is going to lock in his Lapu Lapu. But since we saw Lunax banned out in the previous match, in this one, it is open. It's going to go into the hands of Ryu and he will play it into that goal lane. That is what I am expecting. They can definitely switch things up as we know how ABM love to go in for those flex pick in the first two picks, but they are the ones who will actually be stealing away the Martis. No more Martis into the hands of Venom as of now. I want to see how they counter this one. They banned the Kaja out already. They won't be able to stop the Martis apart from that Franco's bloody hunt, but I don't think so. They'll actually go in long with the Franco in this match because there's still an Atlas open and there are a lot of things, there are a lot of possibilities. I want to look at what Vendetta will answer this with.
Oh, so Kadita has been picked here, and so has been Lolita. Also, a good counter pick coming from the side of Vendetta there against Lunox, because Lunox has that ability to put a good amount of burst damage, and yep, she has been countered quite well. And Falling Storm Moon, the ultimate ability of Esmeralda, can also be countered with the help of Lolita's shield. So I mean, both heroes have been picked, but Lolita, if she plays well, she can actually counter both of them. And we have seen Lolita played by ABM so well in the previous matches as well. The way that she has placed, the positioning coming from Lolita has been insane. But for now, if we look at the bans, so Akai has been banned, and so has been
Khufra.
Khufra there. Sorry, yeah, Khufra there, and I think they might go for some sort of dash heroes, but we are seeing some awkward sort of picking here. But I thought they might go for well the pick there, but it seems to me that Grok has been picked here. But are we gonna see a carry here? She might be a good pick here against all those tanky heroes. But once she gets her items there, she can actually melt down a tank in a couple of seconds there.
That is absolutely correct, but I'm really scared for Zen because the Falling Star Moon as well as the Chaos, the Dark Ultimate for Lunox, they can close the gap so quickly. Plus, we know the Ruby DD combination, and Ryu is an expert on that Lunox. So he will be able to just close in that gap way too quickly. Zen would definitely need an Athena shield to survive that burst of damage that might come in from the entirety of the team of ABM as they've logged in the Faramis as well. They're keeping their grog. They've got the Martis into that jungle. Alim gonna play on that Esmeralda into that EXP lane against the Lapu Lapu. So he will be having the upper hand, and we will probably see some early rotations kicking in from their side. They might try and focus a little bit on the gold lane to shut carry down once or twice, because after that, Ryu will be able to take care of carry with the Darkening Ultimate. But of course, it's just as you mentioned, if Array manages to give those setups with the Nomenon Blast, he will be able to provide a lot of room to his own teammates for them to just jump in towards that back, finish all of them off. I apologize for that, but Venom with that Lancelot, his main aim would be to take out Ryu.
Yes, indeed, and I think Venom might go for the tank build here because these days we have seen a lot of Lancelot tank. But guys, the game has been paused because of some issues. But before we go any further, let's talk about the sponsors here. So this tournament has been sponsored by Genesis Store, and the co-sponsors are IVY Store and Zeutan Store. So guys, make sure to follow them up and buy diamonds from them. You can also see a promo code there on the stream, and you can avail the promo code and get some diamonds into your account by clicking the link in the description. So guys, make sure to follow them up, and a big shout out to our sponsors as well. So coming back to the match here, the draft seems to be good from both sides. This is a very tricky draft, especially if we look at the side of ABM here. The Lunax has been picked here, and Martis as well. So I would like to talk about Lolita here, because Lolita can be countered by Grok, Faramis, Esmeralda, and Martis as well. So, I mean, Lolita might be the game changer here, but she'll have to be very, very careful with her positioning. What do you think, Skidjet?
The thing should be that Lapu Lapu should be the one who will try to force out the cult altar from Faramis. If in case he manages to do so, then they would have an I would say amazing advantage in those fights, because once the cult altar is not there, the Numenon Blast can land up, and they just need to take care of Apex with that wild charge. So I personally feel like they would be able to do that, but in order to pull the combination off, there are a lot of things that need to fall into place, and it is going to be really difficult. And it is just as you said, there are just so many counters of the Nomenon Blast. The Brilliance by Lunox, Martis with the Mortal Coils, Esmeralda has this insane amount of shield. She'll get so very tanky unless Zen is able to burst him out. Plus Asuna with the Cult Altar. So there are a lot of counters. Of the Lolita. So Array needs to be vigilant, and they would need to try and apply the early pressure, because Tuiz is on that Kadita, so he will be able to burst them down as soon as he hits level 4. Plus, also, he's running with the Petrify, would be able to provide a decent amount of CC. So I'm looking at a very troublesome situation for Vendetta. ABM's draft is pretty easy to pull off, but if in case the combination lands, then Vendetta will be able to wipe out the entire backline. And once that happens, their front line won't be tanky enough, because Carry will be taking all of them out. So we'll have to wait and see as it's going to come down to micros. It's MKE Season 5, guys, and we are looking at game number 2 in the grand finals. Vendetta on the blue side, taking on ABM on the red.
Yes, and this is game number 2. And if one thing that I would like to point out here, that Kadita might be the key member here for the side of ABM. Sorry, Vendetta, because the amount of burst damage that she has, it seems to be that Carrie is in trouble, but yep, she will be able to escape with the help of Flicker there.
Hex.
And Glock is there. He's trying to bait out the members from the side of Vendetta there, but yep, they are quite wary of the situation, and they will disengage for now. Meanwhile, Esmeralda is there trying to snowball Lancelot there, but it seems to be that Lancelot has a good amount of early damage here.
The wall comes in, but of course they'll survive as of now, and Zen will get the goal that he needs. But again, the early pressure, just as we were talking about, we knew that the entire early game pressure is going to come in from ABM. They need to get these picks. But I really loved how Vendetta played that out. They made sure that Zen is going to survive, so that they do not, get into the goal deficit. But there comes in the falling star mode, does not connect to anyone. Turtle was secured by Venom, and that was an amazing play. We do see the rough phase coming in along with the Cult Alta, but nothing comes out of that trade-off. And I would say that it is Vendetta who actually came in with a big win. Nomenon Blast used up by Array. But again, just as we said, nothing's going to come out. It did not connect to anyone. And that, in my personal opinion, is a big win for Vendetta. They did not lose anything in that trade, and they were able to take the turtle down as well.
Yep, that was actually a good, play coming from the side of Vendetta, and the way they are actually using their macro skills to take down the objectives as fast as they can. Seems to me that, Bravest Warrior popped. I thought that Lolita might be able to put on some sort of stun there on that stun on to Faramis there, but yep, he survived quite easily there. And it seems to me that they were actually trying to set up a good fight, but for now, both teams are quite wary of the situation. They are trying to put in each other in a situation where it might be trouble. It seems to me that here comes the Lancelot, and yep, he has used his ultimate, but yep, no damage enough, not enough damage to actually put in a good amount of fight against ABM there.
Absolutely, and they almost tried to take Apex out, but again, he is the tank. If in case they do that again when Jay is present, they might not be so lucky enough to survive. But the rough phase did connect. The damage was not enough, so Ryu, using the brilliance, will survive as of now. And they're trying to feed in as much gold to Zen as possible. They are in the gold lead, just a 300 gold lead, but again, it is still something. And we are not going to see a tanky Lancelot. No, we are actually seeing a tanky Lancelot. He's already made the Molten Essence and will be able to, just provide the opening to his team by trying to jump into that backline and creating chaos, and that is what Vendetta needs to pull up their combination. They've got a decent front line, but we will see this first fight breaking out near the turtle, which has been secured by Venom yet again.
Yes, and the problem with the Lancelot pick is that he is so tanky with this build that it's hard to kill him because he can survive quite easily. And oh my goodness, almost 5 minutes in the game and still no kills so far from either side. The way both teams are playing, they are so conscious about the position and they know that this game is very crucial for both of them. Either side will have more advantage if they win this game, but let's see what happens. So far, Lancelot, the way he's farming is quite fast and already on level 8 there, crossing Martis with that level 7. It seems to me that he is a little bit overcommitted there, but yep, he will be able to survive. We all know how good Lancelot is with those dashes, and if he lands those dashes precisely, he can actually survive for a long time. And seems to once again hear that Portal Coil coming from Martis there, but no fight coming from either side. I mean, both teams are not committing to any sort of fight, and what they are actually doing is trying to farm as fast as they can. As you can see, the minions have been taken down from all the lanes there. The jungle has been clearing so far. What a beautiful blessing. The light form from Luminous, sorry, I forgot actually, Lunux there, and yep, there's a fight has been broken out, and Luminous was not connecting on to anyone there. Sorry, two members there. It seems to be the Bearers Warrior. It seems to be that we will see the first blood coming from Lolita, and Rob somehow survives there with that flicker.
What? And look at the back line. Jay is just creating that chaos. He will be stunned up decimation. He's gonna take carry out of the picture. Wants to go in for the third one. Will take that. That tornado will survive as of now. We did see the falling star moon. Jay not surviving even a single more second and comes in with the clutch play by Asuna, taking out the life force from Baby Tizu. And that, even though the first trade went in favor of Vendetta, trade came out in favor of ABM. And I just wanted to point it out that this is going to become a game of survival. Which team can survive for how long, and which team is able to take out the main DPS of the opponent. Ryu is going to be the main tank killer for ABM, and Zen is going to do the exact same thing for Vendetta. So the one who falls first in those fights will be the ones who will be in a massive disadvantage. And at the end of the day, it's going to become a survivability game between Array, Baby Tizu, and Venom. And they'll be up against Alim, Jay, as well as Apex. So that is a matchup I personally feel like might go in the favor of ABM. So all they would need to do is that they need to take Ryu out as quickly as possible, and they've got the Numenon Blast connecting in, and they will use every resource in their arsenal to take down Alim. Not Alim, Jay. But they've actually managed to take the jungler down, so they might as well go in for this turtle. However, only Ruff is available, which has managed to finish Ryu off. The cult altar was also used up. And I would really just love to see Vendetta just forcing this fight, but for now, falling Star Moon, Alim will take Baby Tizu down very low in that HP, but the mid tier 1 will be worked upon. Wild Charge did connect. They're still trying to take the tier 1, but not able to. Too easy. HP so very low. Gets his HP back with the passive. Does not have a skill 1 to run away. No, finally he gets it and will be able to survive. Or will he? No, says Alim with the falling Star Moon. Takes him out. Carry in the meantime worked on the turtle towards the turret towards that top side. And now they're somehow trying to capitalize on the other areas of the map, and I really like that from Vendetta.
Yeah, and 8 minutes have passed in the game, and the Lord has spawned in the land of Dawn. So, I mean, if you look at it, the recent changes in Esmeralda has given so much advantage to her, and now she can actually take down a lot of enemies with her. I mean, she has good amount of shield, and oh my goodness, the Lord has been melted. It seems to be that. ABM will be able to take down that Lord. Wow! Once again, you can see
Oh,
wild card from Rock. Their Cultivator has been popped as well, and seems to be carrying is trying to put on that damage. But once again, Martis was the one who took down Lance there, and yep, he will be taken down as well. But what a fight that was! An extreme amount of a fight coming from the side of Vendetta. There, they what they actually try to do was that stall the enemy as much as they can, so the Lord can actually come. And so far, ABM has taken the Lord so fast that Vendetta couldn't even, think how they should attack or, try to contest for that Lord because of the damage coming from them, especially Lunax.
that's the clock of destiny, lightning, transient, Lunas with a chaos assault on Lord. It takes down so quickly, and it's so very hard to actually figure out that they're taking the Lord because they just started it. And the moment you try and think that yes, okay, they are taking Lord, let's work our way on them, and the Lord is down because of that chaos assault. But that is a very good wall from Apex Zen. Might be in trouble. I don't think so. He's gonna survive. They caught him in the tower while charge along with the falling star moon. That was so heartbreaking to watch. Zen was literally stuck in that position and was not able to do anything, but they've managed to take the Lord down. They will lose the tier 2 on the top side, tier 1 towards that bottom, but they have to keep this mid tier 1 safe and secure. They have to make sure it keeps standing. But as things are right now, they're 2k behind. That's not a very high deficit, but still, they do not have the carry on board. So then, once he comes back, then only they will be able to take the. Doctor saves the day for the entirety of Team ABM. Well, that was a
Oh my goodness.
massive phenomenon blast.
Oh, falling star moon connecting onto three members there. It seems to be that Kenny is the one who's putting on a lot of damage, but Lop seems to be in trouble, but he will survive for now. But Lunax was taken down by Lancelot there, and it seems to be that this time Vendetta has countered ABM, and Lop survived once again, man.
What?
My goodness, Esmeralda was taken down with the help of the turret damage. Wow, what a play coming from both teams here. I mean, the way Luminous Blast was actually connecting onto all those members, I thought that they might get wiped out, but the ult are coming from that Faramis. It seems to be that, wow, Kadita was not able to do anything against that Martis. Just what a good pick that was against Kadita there, because we know that the amount of CC that he puts in against those heroes, the dashing heroes, and they cannot actually use anything there. I mean, this might be the thing that what ABM actually needs right now.
You're absolutely correct. You know, those continuous CCs, just as you mentioned, the mortal coils, as well as the skill one, it's just insane. That he does not allow anyone to do anything in that sense. And just like my mic is not allowing my proper voice to actually go on stream, it's just as how ABM is not allowing Vendetta to do anything else. So, as of now, they have control of the Lord Pit. They are the ones who will be, just forcing out everyone from Vendetta out of those bushes, and they will be able to melt it down, but they can use it as a bait as well. I want to know if they use it as a bait or they want to force this fight. And that Nomenon Blast connecting on 5 people, if they would have had carry alive, they would have been able to melt at least 3 of them down right then and right there. But as things stand, they are trying to get that poke damage in. Zen is already used his ultimate and Nomenon Blast connecting as well, but Jay will survive. Coltalta used up again. They are trying to burst Apex down, and that is not the target you want to go in for, because your carry will be targeted by Esmeralda. Venom is desperately trying to save him, but the backline is not going to survive. Kadita picked off right away. Baby Tizu, the only one who was remaining there, will have to jump back into the tower, gets pulled back, and that is going to be Lancelot trying to dodge in. The all the skills. We see Bravest Warrior connecting yet again, but probably three-man Landshaker. That was absolutely perfect, and it sets up the play for the entirety of Vendetta. But again, the trade's going in favor of ABM as Esmeralda is literally unkillable.
Wow, what a fight that is. Once again, Laplova Brave Warrior has been popped up and seems to be that, yep. Once again, Esmeralda taking down all those members and penetrating in that back lane, not letting Carry do anything there. And that is the reason why Vendetta has been troubling so far in the fight. My goodness, look at the damage from that as Lunax there, and seems to be that she might be able to take down that Lord. Oh, yep,
Yeah.
she will be able to, but somehow when Kanita will be able to survive for now, but not for long. And yep, it was a 4 against 1 situation. It was very tough for Kanita to actually survive there. But for now, Luminous Lord is coming from the mid lane, and Vendetta is the one who will have to defend. I mean, the key member, it seems to me that it is gonna be Esmeralda, who has been so good in the back lane, and the way that she has been zoning out the members, especially I would say Carrie. Uh, she is not letting her do anything against ABM there.
Absolutely correct, and we are going to see the siege coming in again. Array just caught in between five people, won't be able to land the Nomenon blast, and Lord still half HP. Carry will be able to chunk the entirety of the Lord's HP down. They will be able to take it out of the flick. One charge connects, and that is going to be a clean sweep, just as you said, coming in that specific team fight. Though the Landshaker and the Bravest Warrior still helps maybe Izu survive for quite a bit, but that's so much he can do, and it is going to be Team ABM taking this game number 2.
What a match, and the aggressiveness coming from APN, the way they have played, especially Esmeralda. I mean, Vendetta should have banned Esmeralda. They knew they picked Esmeralda in the previous match as well. They knew how much devastation that she can actually cause, especially in the back lane. And there was not a good counter against Esmeralda because Lancelot was not building a damage build there, so no burst damage. The survivability was there, but not enough damage actually to take down Esmeralda. And the way she was running out the whole team, I mean, I would say will be the key hero here, Esmeralda. And once again, we can see here ABM taking the second match as well onto their side. So it's gonna be Vendetta who will be in a lot of trouble here.
Absolutely. The round 2 games already. If they fall in the next one, it's going to put ABM on a match point, and that is definitely not what you want to look at. But we're going to look at the stats of these teams as of now. With the one who dealt the highest damage, guess who it is? Alim feet Aldous on Esmeralda, 75,953. That is 32% of the entirety of his team damage. And this is a team which has a Lunox in the hands of Ryu, who dealt 19% of the damage. And Alim had tanked 31%. 148,000. When there is a Grog, there is a Martis whose main aim is just to dive in towards that backline. This has been an insane game for him. But I really want to focus on the side of Vendetta as well, wherein Baby Tizu just jumping in towards that back, literally surviving in front of five people, surviving all that burst, trying to provide the opportunity to his own team. But it was just that the backline was being picked off one after the other. The Kadita pick was not working out that well as Vendetta expected. Zen was also being just swarmed with all those utilities, and on his face, you could literally see that there is an Esmeralda, there is a Grog, there is also a Martes who will try and take him down. So Venom, his main objective was just to secure those neutral objectives, the turtles, the lords. He did try to do that, and the next part of him was in those team fights. He would just need to force Ryu off position, which he did try. They were able to take him down a couple of times, but they needed to replicate it multiple times in order to get their draft working. We already stated the problem that Array, that is Doom, might have on the Lolita. He would not be able to give as many good setups as you would expect him to be because of Cult Altar and the entire kit of ABM. And because of all these problems, they were not able to have the control in the game that they wanted to, but there's still game number 3 remaining. I really want to know and want to see how things are going to turn out in that specific matchup.
Yes, and guys, Vendetta is 2 down right now. They can make a good comeback here. This is the best of 7, so we will see what happens in the match number 3. We'll be back, and we're gonna see how can Vendetta make a good comeback against ABM here. I hope it's not gonna be a clean sweep there because they are the defending champions.
Absolutely, definitely. No one wants to see a clean sweep, but we will see how things are going to turn out, just as you said. Guys, make sure to stay tuned. Click on that like button as well as click the subscribe and the bell notification. We do have a few more giveaways remaining for the final. So if you don't want me to take it all away, just make sure to stay on the stream and quickly get those redemption codes and redeem them. We will be right back after this short break.
Actually, Lunux there, and yep, there's a fight has been broken out, and Lunux was not connecting on to anyone there. Sorry, 2 members there. It seems to be the Bearers Warrior. It seems to be that we will see the first blood coming from Lolita, and
End of decision. He's gonna take carry out of the picture. Wants to go in for the third one. Will take that. That tornado will survive as of now. We did see the falling star moon. J not connecting in, and they will use every resource in their arsenal to take down Alim. Not Alim, J. But they've actually managed to take the jungler down, so they might as well go in for this turtle. However, only Ruff is available, which has
it seems to be that ABM will be able to take down that Lord. Wow, once again, you can see wild card from Rock there. Cult Turtle has been popped as well, and seems to be Carry is trying to put on that damage, but once again, Martis was the one who took down Lance there. Very good.
massive Nomenon blast.
Oh, falling storm connecting onto 3 members there. It seems to be that Carry is the one who's putting on a lot of damage, but Lop seems to be in trouble, but he will survive for now. But Tunux was taken down, by Lancelot there, and it seems to be that this time Vendetta has countered ABM, and Lop survived once again, man. My goodness, Esmeralda was taken down with the help.
Used up again. They are trying to burst Apex down, and that is not the target you want to go in for, because your carry will be targeted by Esmeralda. Venom is desperately trying to save him, but the backline is not going to survive. Kadita are trying to dodge in all the skills. We see Bravest Warrior connecting yet again, but probably 3-man shaker. That was absolutely perfect, and it sets up the play for the entirety of Vendetta.
In the fight, my goodness, look at the damage from that as Lunux there, and it seems to be that she might be able to take down that Lord. Oh, yep, she will be able to, but somehow when Kadita will be able to survive for now, but not for long.
Carry will be able to chunk the entirety of the Lord's HP down. They will be able to take it out of the flick. Body charge connects, and that is going to be a clean sweep, just as you said, coming in that specific team.
Actually, Lunux there, and yep, there's a fight has been broken out, and Lunux was not connecting on to anyone there. Sorry, 2 members there. It seems to be the Bearers Warrior. It seems to be that we will see the first blood coming from Lolita, and
End of decision. He's gonna take carry out of the picture. Wants to go in for the third one. Will take that. That tornado will survive as of now. We did see the falling star moon. J not connecting in, and they will use every resource in their arsenal to take down Alim. Not Alim, J. But they've actually managed to take the jungler down, so they might as well go in for this turtle. However, only Ruff is available, which has
it seems to be that ABM will be able to take down that Lord. Wow, once again, you can see wild card from Rock there. Cult Turtle has been popped as well, and seems to be Carry is trying to put on that damage, but once again, Martis was the one who took down Lance there. Very good.
massive Nomenon blast.
Oh, falling storm connecting onto 3 members there. It seems to be that Carry is the one who's putting on a lot of damage, but Lop seems to be in trouble, but he will survive for now. But Tunux was taken down, by Lancelot there, and it seems to be that this time Vendetta has countered ABM, and Lop survived once again, man. My goodness, Esmeralda was taken down with the help.
Used up again. They are trying to burst Apex down, and that is not the target you want to go in for, because your carry will be targeted by Esmeralda. Venom is desperately trying to save him, but the backline is not going to survive. Kadita are trying to dodge in all the skills. We see Bravest Warrior connecting yet again, but probably three-man run shaker. That was absolutely perfect, and it sets up the play for the entirety of Vendetta.
In the fight, my goodness, look at the damage from that as Lunux there, and it seems to be that she might be able to take down that Lord. Oh, yep, she will be able to, but somehow when Benita will be able to survive for now, but not for long.
Carry will be able to chunk the entirety of the Lord's HP down. They will be able to take it out of the flick. Body charge connects, and that is going to be a clean sweep, just as you said, coming in that specific team.
Actually, Lunux there, and yep, there's a fight has been broken out, and Luminous was not connecting on to anyone there. Sorry, two members there. It seems to be the Bravest Warrior. It seems to be that we will see the first point coming from Lolita, and
Of decimation. He's gonna take Carry out of the picture. Wants to go in for the third one. Will take that. Tornado will survive as of now. We did see the falling star moon. J not connecting in, and they will use every resource in their arsenal to take down Alim. Not Alim, J.
Show you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end corner, Lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And she has the flash for the Lydia to get right. Two men also from the season is survives. He's gonna jump and hit the momentum way too close to the Martin. He's gonna make sure that he gets two of them.
Show you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end corner, Lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And she has the flash for the Lydia to get right. Two men also from the season is survives. He's gonna jump and hit the momentum way too close to the Martin. He's gonna make sure that he gets two of them.
Show you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end corner, Lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And she has the flash for the Lydia to get right. Two men also from the season is survives. He's gonna jump and hit the momentum. With a 2-match advantage, we're gonna head into game number 3 very soon, wherein ABM will try and take the game 3 and reach at the match point, while Vendetta will try their level best to deny that. This has been an uphill battle for Vendetta. They've been facing a lot of difficulties, but with me now will stand addicted to analyze what exactly happened in those two games and what Vendetta need to do in order to get back in this series.
Hi, scared yet? Yes, I was looking into the first two matches and it was really awesome. And I am awestruck by ABM's counterback on the second match against Vendetta. I was thinking that Vendetta was taking the lead where it came to like 0-4 trade, which was too good.
Absolutely. And I mean, they've been getting the wins in the early game first, and then they're transitioning it towards the mid as well as the later stages of the game. Yes, there are moments wherein Vendetta shows that they have got what it takes to pull what is needed to be pulled in that composition. But again, it just turns out horrible whenever we look at the entirety of the situation because we know the compositions were kind of similar, but the draft was entirely won by the side of team ABM. And as of now, for this game number 3, we will be first looking at the first 4 bans. And we are gonna see the bans from the side of ABM just like they did in game number 1, that was Fanny and Terizla. While Xavier as well as Fredrin are gonna be retained as the bans for Vendetta. So the bans are exactly the same. They're not gonna let any of these heroes through to this draft, but we possibly might see Ryu again on Melissa, but it's also shown that he plays Lunox. There's also a possibility of Esmeralda into that EXP lane. I really feel like EXP lane is not a major priority for Team ABM. While Vendetta, they just try to get the flex pick in the first 2 picks. And I personally feel like we might see things being changed a little bit, maybe a lot in this specific draft.
Yes, and also I can see that ABM literally loves the crowd controlled heroes because most of the all the heroes that they picked have the CC, whereas compared to Vendetta, they do literally lack a bit of crowd control between goal lane and probably the XP lane.
Possibly. It is highly possible. But we've been seeing Faramas being picked in game number 1. This time, that is not going to happen. It's been entirely banned out, and Vendetta is the one to take the lead in that. Minsatar being retained as the ban. I personally feel that ABM are going to, go along with those similar kind of bans. But since Faramas has been banned out, I personally feel like they might take, all right, they're taking down Arlord. They don't want to deal with it at all.
Yes, and also Minchita band is pretty good because of the recent buff in his elongated skills and damage on his second skill. It's really bad.
Bad for the opponents. Yes, that is absolutely correct. Because, normally it only pulled one enemy, but this time the upgraded skill one actually pulls everyone who's in that line. So that
And
is
I
something that, yeah, that would be troublesome.
Yes, and I guess they don't want to mess up with Esmeralda once again.
Your team is picking.
They don't. They've had it. They've had Esmeralda for as long as they wanted to. They've just banned it out. Now Melissa again being picked up as the first pick, which is answered right away by a Farsa, and we're also seeing a Lapu Lapu on Baby Tizu. So I really like this pick. Esma has been banned out, and these two picks are very strong. But I am expecting maybe Yuzhong. I was literally expecting that maybe ABM might go in for an early Yuzhong pick since they know that it might be banned out in the second phase. They've locked it in right away. Now something to deal with the Lapu. They can actually go in for the Kadita as well if they want to. They can actually secure Leomont.
Yes, and also Martis is still open if they want to pick it. And Yuzhong is a nice counter for Faza. Faza's positioning is literally important for this game because she can take down Melissa in the late game with just 1 or 2 shots of her ulti.
That is absolutely correct. But how is Farsa gonna survive the Black Dragon form when you see literally that? Spoiler alert for One Piece fans, it's a Havana spoiler. Kaido in that Black Dragon form jumping right onto you. And you're literally just a bird. You have to just run away. You have to reposition. That will be a problematic in this case. But Array is actually gonna lock in the Kufra, gonna deny that pick to Apex. But we've seen that Apex playing on that Grok with the wild charge is giving amazing setup. So that is probably something we might see again in this match. Franco and Martis being taken off as bans.
3,000
Yeah.
worlds.
Also, like
And not a single
Farsa,
worthy
I would
foe.
personally suggest Farsa with a flicker because it can help Farsa to reposition while using her ulti, which is like my personal favorite. But I'm not sure if that is a good idea here with Yuzong in the opponent. And Clint could be a good long ranger. Are they trying to have as many long rangers as possible?
Um, maybe they're actually going along with it, but I want to see how ABM are gonna answer this back with. Are they gonna
Yes.
answer range with range? Maybe securing an Eve?
No, that seems to be Kagura. Kagura can also be a good opponent for Farsa because she can literally make a good, probably dismantling the ulti of Farsa.
Right, it is highly possible. Plus, they've locked in the jawhead for Apex this time, so Array is going to have problem in giving in those setups. And
And I
side by
think,
side,
yes,
yeah, Apex can just go in for that flicker knockback, flicker
uh,
reject combo. That will be
yes,
troublesome.
yes. And also seems like every hero is also picked to mainly answer Clint and Farsa rather than the other heroes because Jawhead can lock Farsa and Clint. Yuzhong's Black Dragon form can literally dismantle Farsa's ulti and along with Clint to target him without locking Yuzhong when he's in the Black Dragon form.
That is true, but at the end of the day, looking at the entirety of those drafts, when I'm on that Karina, I want to see if he actually decides to go in for the damage build or maybe the tank build. Tank is going to give him a lot of survivability, but of course, if he wants, he can actually go in for the damage build one shot Ryu. And by one shot, I literally mean one shot because after that, all Zen would need to do is just a passive shot to finish Melissa off in that range. The go away won't be able to help her out, but we'll have to figure out what happens in this game number 3, wherein two matches have already gone to Team ABM. They are up by 2-0. Vendetta will try to redeem themselves in this match, but ABM will try to deny that and would definitely want to get the lead up to 3-0. We'll see how things happen as we're gonna jump in game 3. This is the match and the map of. I mean, that's a new map, right? I really like the graphics of the new map and I really would play in for more. But we're gonna see how these teams are actually gonna play. Venom seems to be in trouble. He will be caught between these people. That was a massive jump coming in by Kufra with a Petrify combo. And that's a double kill already by Jay. What a start! What a dream start for ABM.
Yes, and I guess the ABM doesn't want to have it any longer, and they just want to make sure that they are chasing Karina. Leo mode is already at level 4 and making sure Karina doesn't get the enough jungle that she needs to farm herself.
Absolutely, and he already called the Barbiel using the Phantom Steed, and
And
they're
he,
just trying to capitalize on this early advantage that they've had, and now Venom is going to have the problem because Apex is going to make sure to disrupt his farm while Jay is also following up. Retry is available. Jay is being stalled as of now. It has been used up when it gets his buff, but he
yes,
is almost one level behind.
they are just making sure it doesn't goes to much of a late game so that they can provide a better. Ah, that was Farsa getting killed again by Jawhead.
And just what we were talking about, those ejectors from Apex. I mean, just for everyone to know out there, yes, Kupra is one of the main hero for Apex, but his jawhead is something everyone needs to watch out for. And looking at how well Asuna and Jay are giving him a follow-up, because the calls that are being answered by Ryu, their coordination looks on point.
Yes, I really love the coordination by the ABM on Farza's attack when Kagura did just stun them, and yep, they are trying to take control over the jungle of the opponents, and
Oh,
yes,
what a play by Zen on towards that top side. Tuiz was there to support Ryu, but Ryu was literally trying to play it as a bait, but an amazing play by Zen bursts him down and then flickers away from the feathered airstrike and does not come in the range again. Just have to retreat.
yes. And seems like Jawhead is making sure that Karina doesn't get the form that she needs.
You're absolutely correct on that, and things for now seems to be troublesome, just as we've already stated. And this will probably be a red buff loss too. Man, that's
Along with the
is going to be
kill.
taken down. It's a great
Oh, no.
Tyrant's Rage used up along with the feathered airstrike from 2Es, but he does not have enough damage to take them down, and that is
That was a nice
heartbreaking to
save by
watch.
that was a nice backup by Farza for Kukra, and he did succeed in saving.
Yes, that is correct, but Go was used up. Ryu still trying to survive, and there we go. Blaze coming in, and Venom will be able to take him out, but the follow-up, Asuna, just quickly takes down Venom right away for that trade, and they're making sure that the trades don't go out negatively. We're gonna see the Land Shaker coming in, but what was that by Asuna playing insane on the Kagura? The mechanics of this man is absolutely perfect. Feather Dash Strike used up as well, though Kagura will be able to take Kufra down. Combined with the burst damage coming in from everyone, they use so many resources that now Alim has secured his Hunter Strike and he will be able to make in those rotations, especially when it comes to the fight towards the opposite lane.
Yes, and within the 4 minutes of the game, ABM is like 3k goal lead against Vendetta.
Right, and this lead will actually increase because we know that once Jay snowballs on that Leo mod, it's gonna be more difficult. Ejector used up, Tyrant's Rage as well, but the backline is nowhere for the support for the airstrike, but the damage is just not enough. Asuna almost surviving, use the flame shot as well for the pushback, but Zen with the quick draw gets the trade, at least a 1-for-1, and this one is actually favoring Vendetta because a tank for a mage any day, literally any day.
Yes, that is true. And also, like, the turtle is now being controlled by the ABM, and I guess they will secure the first turtle that has been spawned.
That's absolutely correct. And Leo Mod securing it way too easily without, just as he said, any major difficulties. He's having the time of his life in his jungle. And let's quickly look at the itemization. War Axe has already been completed by him. He's probably going in for the Hunter Strike as a second item, just for that insane amount of movement speed wherein you won't be able to run away from him. While Ryu finishing the corrosion site and is probably going in. That's a great Tyrant's Rage though. They're actually trying to finish him off right away. Jay will be able to stand up on Barbiel, will be finished off. But Alim now jumping in between 3, trying to steal away the buff, was not able to. And is gonna try and take Zen down. Will he be able to? Nope, says Karina. As literally just assaults him, assassinates him right away.
And Asuna just missed the flame shot to take down Farza.
Yes, and he will survive to see another day, and they will probably go in to seize the tower of the mid tier 1. They've actually managed to do that easily. Did get pulled back though, ejector not connecting, but an amazing play by Baby Tizu to zone out both Melissa and Asuna. But the dare strike used up. There we go, Barbell connecting on Farsa, cancelling it. Ray just not connecting the Tyrant's Revenge, but Farsa will not be able to survive between 4 members and they were not able to save her.
Yes, but then I would say that Vendetta actually used the timing correct to clear out the middle lanes first turret. And
Actually, yeah,
no,
they did manage to take tier 1 down, but it can immediately be traded. As of now, they've managed to defend it perfectly. But they need to land their combination in even more stronger. Ryu gonna run away, but Apex will not be able to do the same. And the turtle pit control is, as of now, in the hands of Vendetta. but we are seeing the top tier one was already taken down, and now Alim will be pushing it further. So they'll have to send someone in to rotate, but the turtle will be focused down. They will be able to take it quickly, but now the red buff might be in trouble. All right, they're just entirely retreating, playing it safe. I believe for now, ABM needs to just take a breather, know what they need to go in for those setups, because whenever Apex is trying to go in for those ejectors plays, he is being melted down right away. And Baby Tizu is just zoning out the backline really, really well. They need Alim in those fights.
Yes, and also seems like Apex is not getting enough backup, and Vendetta is making sure that they are in groups and giving backup for one another. And the oh, that was a nice fight initiated by RM.
Array, just hand him the Kufra and he's going to show you these kinds of setups that you've never imagined. Let's see, will Asana survive this one? Yep, he does as of now, but Apex caught in between four people, ejects Baby Tizu back into the tower. He will manage to survive. He's so very tanky and he is literally going for now 0-0-1, but he's doing so much in those team fights. He's tanking so much. He's zoning them all out. This is the vendetta that everyone has been waiting for. They're finally, getting that kick in. They are making sure that the momentum is theirs. They are the ones who are in the driving seat and they are the ones who are controlling the pace of the game.
Yes, and we can also see that Karina is going for a tank build rather than the damage build so that she can survive as much as she can.
That is true. And Jay actually going in for the bloodlust axe and now is prioritizing the endless battle. So he will be having a lot of survivability with the continuous, regen that he will be getting from the spell vamp, from the life steal. It's going to get difficult for them to take him out, but as of now, they're probably going into target array. But we are seeing Alim as well using the Black Dragon. So many resources up, and Vendetta have just respected that and have retreated. They want to play in for the cooldowns as they will be for now going in for those damages. Ejector used up and unstoppable force as well. But look, that flicker Tyrus Rage almost connecting. Not quite yet, but they've made sure to get the control of the entirety of the Lord Pit. Jay will not be able to do anything. It does not have the Barbier to call to. He's just trying to poke them down. Ryu using the... He has not yet used the Inspire, but the damage was insane. Clint being taken out. Asuna doing the job for their own team. And now they've got the cooldowns back off. And they will be taking all of them out one by one. But look at how much surviving ability Baby Tizu has. However, he will not be getting any backup after that. No feathered airstrike available. That turned out horribly for Vendetta, and they basically worked everything almost perfectly. Almost.
Yes, and I guess the mistake was where the Kufra, where he just did concentrate on all the three heroes but forget to look at Azuna, who was targeting Farza, which made the feather strike to get cancelled with just 2 strikes.
Exactly. And they're facing a lot of problem because of that, since Tweez is very important for those bursts. And the reason why I would have expected Karina to actually go in for that tank build was because of the fact that Farsa's ult will be cancelled quite many times, but the go away used up by Ryu, helping him to survive, but only for so long, as Baby Tizu making sure he's able to take her down with the Land Shaker, as well as the bravest warriors. Tweez again in a very difficult spot, gets ejected off. Asuna will be there to burst him down. He'll be taken out, and it's only Baby Tizu surviving. Again, a 4-for-2 trade, but Baby Tizu will be able to take probably 2 of them down. No! Apex survives. The Landshaker does connect, and Jay will call in Barbiel again just to take him down, but he'll probably have to retreat because the cooldowns that Baby Tizu is working with, they're actually way too low, and he can get his ultimate again. That will be for the 3rd time. Alright, with a disengage. They still somehow, surviving. I would literally say surviving because Zen and Tuis are being picked off way too quickly. And it's just because of all the utilities that Team ABM have. They are not able to survive it. Apex going in for the ejector play on Zen between 5 people. I think so that might be a mistake. Lord gets the knock up in. Baby Tizu will be picked off by Melissa. Ryu still surviving for the next strike connecting. And that is going to be Leomord stealing it with the Lord. Takes one pick off as well. But the trades again going in favor of ABM. 4 to make it 5-2. It's a total wipeout.
And I guess ABM does know the order of execution against the enemies. They don't target blindly. They just make sure that they target one particular hero at the start, followed by the other. And they make sure that they take down Faza's ultis down, followed by Kufra and the other one.
That's the third game that they've secured. Literally the third one.
And that look within 13 minutes.
Literally 13 minutes. They knew that Tuis will get the power spike after Clock Lightning, and after Holy, he'll almost be unstoppable. Will probably be, two-shotting J. So they knew that they had the clock against them, and they knew that the plays that they needed to make and the necessary things that they needed to do. They focused on that, and they were able to shred through that backline. Apex was trying to just bait out all of those resources, and his team in his own backline were able to survive on their own. Look at the kit. Zen needs Kufra to protect him. Farsa needs Kufra to protect him. But Ryu can literally do that all alone. With the go away, he is going to deny any aggression from Venom as well as from Baby Tizu as long as that go away stands. And with the Inspire, he'll get that healing backup as well. So this was the main reason. Asuna also has so much mobility with the Umbrella. She can literally just avoid all those skills. And only because of that kind of draft and the entire play that we saw, they were able to pull this one off.
Yes, and I also think that Vendetta actually should plan their bans based on the heroes that they pick and not based on how good their opponents are, because that can help them have the control of the players that they are gonna play and ban their counters so that they can have an upper advantage.
Absolutely correct. But as of now, that is going to be it for this match. The sandbag is actually going to go to, is that going to be Array with 111k damage tanked? Yes, that is definitely going to be him. And the one who dealt most damage, Ryu on Melissa, 55,000. With the highest tower push of 64%, 11,000 damage towers. That is amazing. Tuis, even though his skills were being cancelled again and again, is the second highest damage in his team, while Baby Tizu with 50,000 damage dealt from his own team is going to take that title. Now that's gonna be it for game number 3. Match point in favor of ABM. I want to see how Vendetta comes back from this one, but for you, there would be redeem codes coming up, so make sure to not go anywhere. Click on that like button and hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. Links are all in the description and you will be well informed of how to claim those codes. You already know that since you've been watching the stream for so long, guys. So make sure to stay tuned. We will be right back. I really like the graphics of the new map and I really would play in for more. But we're going to see how these teams are actually going to play. Venom seems to be in trouble. He will be caught between these people. That was a massive jump coming in by Kufra with a Petrify combo. It's almost, one level behind.
They are just making sure it doesn't go to much of a late game so that they can provide a better... that was Farsa getting killed again by Jawhead.
For now seems to be troublesome, just as we've already stated. And this will probably be a red buff loss too. Man, that's
along with the
it's going to be taken down. It's a great Tyrant's Rage used up along with the feathered airstrike.
And he did succeed in saving.
Yes, that is correct. But Go was used up. Ryu still trying to survive. And there we go. Blaze coming in. And Venom will be able to take him out, but the follow-up, Asuna at Leomord, it's gonna be more difficult. Ejector used up, Tyrant's Rage as well, but the backline is nowhere for the support for the airstrike, but the damage is just not enough. Asuna almost survived. Going in, that's a great Tyrant's Rage though. They're actually trying to finish him off right away. Jay will be able to stand up on Barbiel, will be finished off. But Alim now jumping in.
They are in groups and giving backup for one another. And the... Oh, that was a nice fight initiated by RM.
Array just them down. Ryu using the... He has not yet used the Inspire, but the damage was insane. Clint being taken out. Asuna doing the job for their own team. And now they've got the cooldowns back off. And they will be taking all of that. Farsa's ult will be cancelled quite many times, but the go away used up by Ryu, helping him to survive, but only for so long, as Baby Tizu making sure he's able to take her down with the live people. I think so that might be a mistake. Lord gets the knock up in. Baby Tizu will be picked off by Melissa. Ryu still surviving for the death strike connecting, and that is going to be Leo sealing it with the Lord. Takes one pick off as well. I really like the graphics of the new map, and I really would play for more. But we're gonna see how these teams are actually gonna play. Venom seems to be in trouble. He will be caught between these people. That was a massive jump coming in by Kufra with a Petrify combo. That's almost, one level behind.
They are just making sure it doesn't go to much of a late game so that they can provide a better... that was Farsa getting killed again by Jawhead.
For now seems to be troublesome, just as we've already stated. And this will probably be a red buff loss too. Man, that's
along with
it's going to be taken down. It's a great Tyrant's Rage used up along with the feathered airstrike.
And he did succeed in saving.
Yes, that is correct. But Go was used up. Ryu still trying to survive. And there we go. Blaze coming in. And Venom will be able to take him out. But the follow-up, Asuna at Leo mod, it's gonna be more difficult. Ejector used up. Tyrant's Rage as well, but the backline is nowhere for the support for the airstrike. But the damage is just not enough. Asuna almost survived. Going in, that's a great Tyrant's Rage though. They're actually trying to finish him off right away. Jay will be able to stand up on Barbiel, will be finished off. But Alim now jumping in.
They are in groups and giving backup for one another. And the... Oh, that was a nice fight initiated by RM.
Array just them down. Ryu using the... He has not yet used the Inspire, but the damage was insane. Clint being taken out. Asuna doing the job for their own team. And now they've got the cooldowns back off. And they will be taking all of that. Farsa's ult will be cancelled quite many times, but the go away used up by Ryu, helping him to survive, but only for so long, as Baby Tizu making sure he's able to take her down with the live people. I think so that might be a mistake. Lord gets the knock up in. Baby Tizu will be picked off by Melissa. Ryu still surviving for the death strike connecting, and that is going to be Leo sealing it with the Lord. Takes one pick off as well. I really like the graphics of the new map, and I really would play for more. But we're gonna see how these teams are actually gonna play. Venom seems to be in trouble. He will be caught between these people. That was a massive jump coming in by Kufra with a Petrify combo. That's almost, one level behind.
They are just making sure it doesn't go to much of a late game so that they can provide a better... that was Farsa getting killed again by Jawhead.
For now seems to be troublesome, just as we've already stated. And this will probably be a red buff loss too. Man, that's
along with
it's going to be taken down. It's a great Tyrant's Rage used up along with the...
I'll show you what fighting really is.
Coming in the far end corner, Lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And he has the flash to progress Lydia to get right. The two men also from the reflections in his survives. He's gonna jump and hit the momentum way too close to the Martin. He's gonna make sure that he gets two of them.
I'll show you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end corner, Lord also approaching.
Especially towards the backliner, he goes in and connects it on two people. And he has the flash to Province Lydia to get right. The two-man away from the Cooper. Touches in his survives. He's going to jump and hit the momentum way too close to him. But the Martin is going to make sure that he decimates two of them. We will be joining game number 4. For one team, it would be end of their journey. The other one may be a prelude to even a greater glory. We will see as we are going to head into the game number 4, potentially the last match of this best of 7 grand finals between team ABM, who will be this time on the red side, while Vendetta, who are the 2 times defending champions and are struggling to find the first win in this finals, will be on the attack side. That's the blue side. So we have the first 4 bans coming in from both of these teams, and I was literally expecting Richie that we might see a Layla, Mia, or an Anj ban, because we've known ABM having fun, especially when it's about the last few matches, and they've actually banned out the Angela this time.
Honestly, an Angela ban is most funniest ban because it's a random ban. You don't expect that. You expect the main 4 marks bids, but you don't expect a support. So they caught us off guard. They caught us off guard in specific.
Exactly. And there's one thing though that you also pointed it out while we were normally discussing, that they've kept the Fanny ban intact. They've made sure that they are taking away that Fanny. They're not letting it go into the hands of Vendetta at all. So that is something to watch out for. But we are going to head into the drafting phase as we will see the next 4 bans coming in from these teams. I am still expecting a Mincesar ban from the side of ABM and a Melissa.
To live
Maybe.
But it's a Gramus ban. That's another respect ban, honestly, with the last 2 matches.
That is true. I mean, they tried to make it work for themselves, but they were not able to, and they were heavily outdrafted in almost all 3 matches. But I want to see if, in case we're seeing them change something. Nope, they're actually going to ban out the Xavier, which was this time left open by the side of Vendetta.
The Xavier might Xavier as a mage is pretty powerful, so it's not understandable why they would keep banning him. Long range damage, easy CC, and the movement speed with the Zeutan Store.
Exactly. Plus the Gojo Satoru skin. I mean, he looks cool, and that ultimate is absolutely sick.
That is what. Just him, there's a purple orb killing you.
Yeah, that Aoaka Murasaki, and that's just so cool to watch. I almost wanted to play, take that skin in the JJK draw only because that ult looked absolutely sick. But again,
For
I
me,
just
it's
went ahead with
Julian.
the Julian.
Yeah. Medjugorje
Yeah.
is the best out of all 4 of them.
Yeah, the effects of that skin are so cool, especially when that elephant comes out in the enhanced ultimate that we use. That's insane. But for now, we're actually going to look at how these teams are going to go and draft. Mincy was left open, even though, Array just went in with his show pick. So they want to play in for the comfort for this one. But we're going to see the answer back right away. And Jay actually picks Mincy. Is it possible this Mincy might go into the jungle?
I've seen Mincy jungle as he has now 3 builds on a crit build, a Trinity build, and a tank build. So this might be a mixture between a Trinity build or maybe just an entire tank build. And it does work quite well with Mincy's passive healing him up. He's a new sustained fighter. So you might just see a second Kaja coming in, a second Kaja jungle coming in.
It is highly possible. Now, thanks for that information, because I'm gonna spam Mincy jungle into those rank games now. But Lapu Lapu denied by ABM, directly going into the hands of Alim, and we know that has been absolutely insane on that hero. But Karita is gonna be logged in right away, along with Zen going in for his Brody. I personally feel like that's a very early Brody pick coming in, and it actually can be countered with the remaining of the picks that ABM actually has. And they've already logged in Mincy as well as Lapu Lapu. So it is clear that Lapu is in the EXP. And this Mincy, they can either play it as the jungler or maybe as a tank. So it is possibility in both the sense. But I'm expecting a jungle Mincy only, is just you stated. But with that crit build, he can literally shred that backline.
That is true. Or with the Trinity build, and just stun lock anybody that's coming in his way. With his new first one too, instead of reverse alpha coming in, we see Chandi coming in from the side of ABM. What do you think of Chandi? I honestly am confused about this pick personally.
Change is one of that hero that get on your nerves whenever you're playing the match. That is just in your within the range of your clutches, and then with the movement speed that she has, just jumps out of that range, and then the ice queen wands, glowing wands, continuous damage and slows. You're just not able to reach her. You get so frustrated. So I am that player. I'm that frustrated player, and I hate seeing Chang'e
You
and
just
just going.
you just hate it when you see her like
Yeah.
steal your blue buff, or she's just walking out of the blue buff. You're like, God, just great, just great.
I mean, goddamn, that's my buff. I just pick Claude right away with a sprint, even though there might be insane amount of CC in the enemy. But as of now, the bans Leo mode as well as Martis. But you know what ban is remaining, Richie? That's Arlott,
ban?
and he is open.
Arlott's open, but like I don't think they might pick him though. In fear of Mincetar, as Mincetar does block dashes. As you see, like before his revamp, he did block like Mardis's dashes. So they might be afraid of picking Arlott at this point.
That is possible, but I believe Hayabusa works in the similar way, don't he? With the squad shadows. I mean, yes, you can go in for the shadow kill to avoid the King's Calling. But still, if in case you're actually caught in that, you would not be able to survive at all. At least with Arlott, you'll be able to get those stun in using his skill 1 as well as his ultimate. But Ryu picking the Layla up wants to play in for that range. So he needs early support. So as for the tank, I'm either expecting maybe an Estes or maybe Kufra. It's still open.
Maybe draw it again, as we've seen Apex like bit draw and like accept and what exceptionally well with this team. But I know it's a Kufra pick here.
Yeah, I was expecting Kufra because I am expecting the rotation from Venom towards the top side. Venom and Show, they'll be just jumping in, trying to take Ryu down as he'll be on the Layla. We know the damage is absolutely insane. It's disgusting after the update. Plus the movement speed that she gets and the way that let's just say her animations are a little bit faster, she gets a chance to escape. And the only way for her to not escape in those situations would be a shadow kill. And to stop them, we have Apex on the Kufra with the bouncing ball. Will not let Venom use those squad shadows at all.
My thing is that I just realized is the fact that they picked Mincy and Kufra to like basically counteract the enemy's tank in general. I wonder how Vendetta can like somehow survive this as having two pits countering your entire like skill set.
Exactly, and I don't think so. Baby Dizzy would also be able to keep those kinds of setups with the Grog. Yes, he was nerfed a little bit, but he still is viable because that annoying slam combo. It's just there. You just like constantly immobilized to death unless you've got a dash or maybe a purifier to work with to run away. But the thing is, if in case he's in the King's Calling or in the bouncing ball, he will not be able to capitalize onto that, the slam and the grab. So he will have a lot of problems in this situation. So I really want to see how things are going to turn out. Apex though, lovely missing away his skill 1. But for now, of course, that is just a trailer. We know he will be able to get insane amount of setups whenever he's playing on that Kufra.
Honestly, yeah, with Show like coming in. We see Mincy with an early clear, but he's not quite for little. It could be like he's waiting for his team to like come in and like secure it with him. Or maybe it's like they're trying to camp Hayabusa out here. Oh, never mind on that. I knew the fastest clear on that little wanderer.
It was not there. It was just
It was
literally
not
not there.
I talked about it and then it's just gone.
It was literally gone right in front of your eyes. But for now, we're going to see Are getting the knock-up in. And look at the follow-up coming in with the gloves. They're still trying to take him out. And Jay will not survive that outburst. And Venom, he will be fighting in with Alem. Alem will be able to out-sustain him. But as the fight continues in towards that mid-side, they're trying to catch Baby Tizu. But he will be able to retreat properly. And Venom will try and steal away the red. But Jay is actually back in action. Not getting the pull. Apex is also right there. Will stop him in the quad shadows. It was Was he able to steal away? Yes, he was able to, but he'll have to just jump in using the quad shadows again. Apex used the flicker. This forces him in towards the tower near the minion, and the knock up on Alim yet again. He does not have the bravest warriors yet, so will not be able to chase him out, but he actually wants to walk towards him to make sure he goes to recall in the second tower, and there comes in bravest warrior. This is so absurdly extended team fight. I mean, for God's sake, stop this one. They're not deciding that at all, and Alim will be traded in for Karita, and the kill is actually going to go in the hands of Array. So would have loved if those two pickoffs went in for his teammates' hands, but all right, at least they got those two opening picks.
And the people of poor Alim just stood there right after being captured by Blue, which is like an understandable, like, yeah, I'm dead. I'll just stay here then.
Exactly, and as of now, they have to make sure to continue this aggression, and Array was just not able to get, that knock up in on time. Karita was picked off, was not able to survive in because of the King's calling, and Glue going in for the split. I don't think so he should actually do that because there was no possible objective in towards that mid side, and now they won't have the split through zone of Changa or Mincy from that turtle pit, and Vendetta just decided that they're gonna go and play in for the gold lane. Ryu might be able to be picked off. Yeah, he will be taken down. I don't think so he's gonna survive that. That's gonna be the torn apart Memory, easily picking him off, and they'll probably try and rotate in towards the turtle side.
We see Blue at Karita here. It's like 2v1 on, and the downplay is the beautiful game coming in from Karita. Getting that kill on Lapu Lapu, making sure that there's a disadvantage on Turtle. But is Mincy just trying to just walk into Hayabusa? I thought he was gonna steal it. I thought he was gonna steal it.
Fortunately, not. Venom with his retribution was absolutely on point. And Jay, he is actually gonna go for the damage build as of now. Probably gonna go in for the corrosion side, as I am seeing it. But again, they've got the tools to counter the lineup, the draft of Vendetta. But if they will be allowed to pull it off is going to be the question that might come in. Because Array is giving some great setups, but when it comes to those team fights, he will not be allowed to use his mobility skills because of the King's calling. And if in case Jay lands it perfectly in between at least 2 or 3 of those people, that will give a massive advantage and a chance to set up for their own team. And Zen, I don't think so he actually knows. Nope, he'll be taken down. That was like kind of expected. Rough is not connecting to anyone. This is the flicker Landshaker. Too easy, will survive though, but that is going to be an insane way of the dragon onto Alim, bringing it back in the tower, and the Tyrant Stage connect, and the follow-up comes in. Baby Tizu too late in the party, will still try to grab all of them off, and he actually gets the grab in, will not be able to pull him back, but alright, they do have enough damage to finish Chang'e off. This fight is... Stop! I mean, literally stop. And Alim says no, but the good use of Quad Shadow Venom is going to survive that, and they do get the gold crab. This started by Brody being picked off and ended by Brody coming back in the fight, making sure that he takes his cannon minion.
The team fight's so long that someone just came back to life. What beautiful team plays I've seen here by ABM and Vendetta, honestly.
Absolutely. And Apex? What are you doing, my man?
Apex is defending. Is he? Oh no, he won't be able to.
I mean, he did charge up his Tyrant's Rage, but alright, he was able to get out unscathed as of now, but the tier 1 in the bottom have fallen. The rotations that are coming in, they are definitely good by ABM, but they're having problems. They've actually utilized 2 or 3 of those tools to just catch Zen in that lineup, and Ryu will be kicked up. Way of the Dragon connecting yet again. Torn apart Memory will be able to finish him off. And the Bravest Warrior not gonna get anyone. Landchecker gets 2. And the knock-up is absolutely perfect along with the Tyrant's Rage. And that is the Apex that everyone has been waiting for, but was not able to save Ryu in those tracks. So it is going to be a trade still gonna go in favor of Vendetta.
Another Tyrant Stage coming in, but missing Blue with the flicker to just run away from that scenario. This might be a mid turret as We see here with Chandri, Lapu Lapu, and everyone. No! The wave that
Oh,
on Chandri pushing her back into the turret and into Brody's attack range, killing him off quite easily. We see Cho still in the enemy line. Like, wait, onto the. No, I was it. Maybe another hit. We see Krufra's turret onto the turret, jumping in. The team's calling on the turtle. Make sure Hayabusa doesn't jump in or jump out. He might get the retry
Alright.
off here, and he doesn't.
absolutely. And Baby Tizu seems to be in trouble. As of now, he is attached onto Apex and he will be able to retreat back to safety. Okay, both the teams as of now, A-OK. Turtle went in favor of J. That's going to give some room and some farm back, but there we go. Yet another way of the dragon. Alim just caught in that chain CC, knocked up, finished off with that burst damage. Asuna gets the genius wand, will be able to dish out a ton more damage, but the mid tier 1 will probably fall. Tuiz does not have enough damage to defend that one off. No more rough waves available either. That's a mid tier 1 to kind of a free going in for ABM. So that might hurt Vendetta a little bit since the jungle will probably be open for invades. I'm still expecting them somehow to get the control back. Their bottom tier 1 will also be targeted. Ryu, since he's playing on that Layla, has a flicker, will not be able to survive this one. There we go, the knock-up yet again. Way of the Dragon connecting, still keeping Ryu CC'd, even though Change did use the ultimate, but will be taken down by the torn apart memory. They are not being able to answer that back with. Maybe they just have gone too casual in this game. Ryu is being shut down like anything, and this is the problem with the kit of the Layla. No matter how much you try, you will be picked off because of the amount of mobility that the other heroes have. For now, Alem will be able to take Zen down. He used the flicker land shaker perfectly and was able to take that trade off. And this is exactly what ABM needs to do. They won't be able to save their Layla, but they do have the resources to pick Brody off. So Zen has only one job in team fights. Take a Wind of Nature, try to make sure that you survive all that physical damage burst. The trade's still going.
The
As
fight
of
is
now,
still
it's a-
going on.
Yeah,
The
it's a
fight
one
is
for one
still-
trade off, but a jungler for a side laner array still surviving. Alim will not be able to. There comes the rough face connecting again. Ryu picked off. Asuna will survive. The shield coming in at the perfect possible time. Tyrant's Rage connecting as well onto the perfect target. Zen is not going to survive that. The damage is just enough for them to take him out. Too easy. Will he
We
be
still
able to
Lapu
survive?
Lapu is still diving in there. Like that's a very common thing with a lot of Lapu Lapu players. They just don't know when to stop fighting. They'll just stay in one area. They're like, okay,
They
where's
never stop fighting. That's the problem. His ults come in so quickly that just after 5 to 10 seconds of the fight extends, you're able to just get that ultimate in again. But the only thing that you can stop him with is going to be the chain CC that we've just witnessed.
the burst from Katina shutting down at Lapu Lapu, teaching them that okay, there are times that you have to calm down and take a breather. We see
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And I really feel and want to see how, ABM are actually going to come back with. There comes in the team fight. King's calling, used up with the rough waves, taking Apex down. But finally, Ryu getting the first pick off in this game. He will probably be taken down again. Venom! That was so close. That was so close.
well, so Venom would have easily got started by Mincy over there, by Jay over there, but then like the instant dash that he did, beautiful. This isn't from the side
Absolutely.
of
And
ABM. They should not take this. They should not take this Lord.
seems to be difficult, but that's going to be the shadow kill connecting. Alem being taken down, and the control is directly back into the hands of the side of Team Vendetta. And this might actually be the game that they were looking for. The first win of them in this series. I really want to know if they're able to pull this one off. Rough Waves connecting as well. Apex still surviving. That was a very beautiful quad shadow used to dodge the Tyrant's Rage, and they will be able to take the Lord. Lera's ult used up, but alright, at the end of the day, everything's safe. And Richie, please take over for 2 minutes.
Honestly, the Lord being taken from the side of Vendetta. Now it's just the time of like, will this be the first win that Vendetta has against ABM, or can ABM like give us a beautiful comeback here? Glue and Hayabusa are pushing up with the Lord as all 5 members are at the bot lane and the mid lane, just making sure to defend both lanes at the same time. Brody split pushing top lane here. It might be a bit difficult to see what's happening here, honestly. Blue coming in, Lapu and Chandri are on the task of defending that Lord, stopping from any pushing to happen. Only one turret, I think, has lost by the side of ABM. Now all they're clustered at mid. Like, I don't know. We love games like these. We love and Lapu was clearing mid lane. Kufra coming in with the Titan Strange. Bravest Warrior onto that Hayabusa, punishing him for even showing his face. King's calling onto the Trinidad coming in from the background with the diving water, but missing a lot of players. Yes, as both Chandi and Lila flickered out of her range. Chandi rushing towards her face, killing her. Punishing Katina too. Glue coming in. There's just punishing plays constantly. Trades going on for a 3-for-1 trade. As the team of Vendetta has to retreat here, defending mid lane at least, so they don't get pushed in. But this might be difficult for Core Blue to like tank with this. Oh no, he does actually tank all this damage. Brody's with the torn apart memory, clearing the minions, but cannot defend the turret here. With that, they steal the blue buff and they just retreat back here. That's a very good trade and a very good scenario coming in from the side of ABM. Vendetta did well up to this point, but got pushed. Pushed a bit too far. Chains calling onto the blue with the stit, like ready to like eat up that blue and maybe push him towards the chill, push him back with the Wave of the Dragon, but Kufra's with the Tyrant's Rage and Land Crusher just making sure that nothing happens there and Mincy is safe. And yeah, that's true. Mincy just dies. Mincy, like, I feel like I should just not say anything about Mincy. That I say that he's not and he does this.
I mean, exactly. That Lord attack was not able to end the game entirely in their favor, but still, they've got, I believe, enough priority in all those lanes to be able to make sure that somehow they don't lose this one and they actually grab this one game as well. So, I really want to know how, they're able to secure this game. They need to...
Turret's Rage and Turret's Trinity out Katina. Katina diving into the backline, but maybe not attacking anyone. Glue with the stit on Krufra. But that doesn't matter because Krufra's just gonna use his dash and his own rat just to like jump on Katina. That's right away. I'm so sorry to cut you off there. There was just another team fight going on while you were playing.
That was absolutely perfect because that team fight at the end of the day went in favor of ABM. They're still surviving. And I mean, this is like me watching a typical rank Layla gameplay whenever I pick Layla in rank, which I never do usually. But still, this is my normal play, wherein I only have 1 tower left. Comebacks are still possible. So I'm expecting ABM to maybe somehow get a good setup in. But look at the zone out that's coming in. Array just knew where Kufra might be. He might actually be picked off, but leave it easy. Just making sure to zone everyone out. Jay gets pulled back. We are probably going to see a full engage, and yes, they will be take Jay out of the picture. Jay on the Mincy is not being allowed to do anything in this case. Is literally being denied each and every kind of play. He has the corrosion side, he has the DHS, he has the golden staff as well, but they're just not letting him move at all. Look at that, another knock up. Maybe it easy though, but there is absolutely no follow up. And they have to play it so very safe.
Honestly, yeah. What can they do if they jump on the blue? If they jump on the blue, everyone's dead. Chandi coming in with the ult just like half HP that Lord, and the Tyrant's Wrath onto the show dives and survives 1 HP. This might be
absolutely
from the side of Vendetta, but Hayabusa comes in with the Shadow Assassination. Kalida with the Stewman Airborne, Glue with the Stitched onto Kufra, I think. Onto Kufra here, but getting killed on his own just from Chandi.
Absolutely, and the high ground clear for the entire team of ABM. It's decent. Oh, what? Where did Venom's HP go with just that one shot from Change? Had it been another basic attack, I believe Venom would have been taken out, but luckily he had his shurikens, was able to finish all of them off. Ryu is going to take the red buff. As of now, he's got the build. Let's quickly look at the build, which we've actually been missing. Berserkers, Scarlet, and Malefic Roar for Ryu. He's going for a BOD, already has the steel leg brace. I'm still surprised he did not go in for a Wind of Nature, looking at how quickly Venom is trying to dive onto him. But I feel like he also needs an Athena shield to survive the burst of Karita. Maybe he's just actually going in for a glass cannon. That it does not matter if he's able to survive in the fights or not. They
I
need
think
one win.
I think Ryu's entire point is to just let two people with his life, like trade for 1 to 2, because he's being picked up by Kadira and Hayabusa. So like Ryu is very brave to just like not go any tech items whatsoever, any defense items whatsoever.
Or maybe the entire situation is like he knows that he's going to die no matter what. So it's better to just build in full damage so that he stands a chance at picking someone off.
Just like what? Who cares? Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? I'm gonna die either way. Let's go with a BOD. Add me more damage, man. I already have Malefic, but that is an insane Tyrant's Revenge and a perfect play coming in by Apex, taking life of Venom. Revenge was also connected, Rage was also connected, and the follow-up was absolutely perfect. 13 more seconds for the Lord to arrive, and this is actually going to give the priority back into the hands of ABM towards that Lord pit. All they need to do is manage those waves properly, but the bottom side is pushing, so there is always a danger of the back door that we might possibly see. Ale be able to take Khadita down. He actually has the Athena shield, so almost survives all the burst, but Brody will be able to chunk him down and will be able to take him out. But no more rough waves that you have. Array will be taken down. Low Apex with that jump, almost missing it. If in case he would have knocked Brody up, we would have seen the follow-up coming in by the entire team of ABM. We get the pull again, but it's just Array. He is the tank. It won't be any major problem, and now Baby Tizu playing in with the proper frontlining is trying to provide as much opening to his team, and Ryu, man, he'll probably be picked off yet again. There we go, but the Krabna does not connect. He is actually surviving. Raise Immortality falls. They are working in towards that Lord. Zen as well as Venom, they're actually taking him down. Look at the HP of Ryu. He will survive this one, and Jay will fall with the rough waves though. So follow-up is there, but the base is open. Minion kill Ryu. No, he'll actually survive that. He'll survive. Okay, he's safe. He's safe, guys. Calm down,
And
boys.
Shanti-
He's safe.
And did you just saw that Shanti just straight bum rush to like the base? It's like whatever the map. Whoever wins this, I don't care. I'm pushing.
I'm pushing the tower. I don't care. He actually managed to take the mid inhibitor out as well. But one of the main problem in that play was that Layla with the ultimate, perfect pick off there, and they will be able to defend their mid inhibitor as of now. The stun coming in along with the flicker connecting. Zen with the Wind of Nature, the perfect time, but Ryu with the flicker forward takes him out. We do see Way of the Dragon, but look at the base. Tyrant's Rage being used up to delay the Lord push. We are seeing Mincy jumping in as well, but Baby DZ is going to take the base down. But Ryu with the damage gets the double. Well, Winter Truncheon is also there. That is going to be a triple kill. They tried to take the base down, but all of them fell one by one after the other. It might be possible that this may be it, but still, we see 3 people back in 15 seconds. Tweez will come right away. And it is going to be the enhanced minions in the mid wave. If the rough wave does not connect, it is going to be so problematic. He needs to get those petrifies. He needs to get those CCs. Gets the knock up. Petrify. He clears the wave. He did what he had to do. Will be pulled back by Mensitar, but still will survive. And look at the HP that Alim increased with just his ultimate. That is insane. No dominance ice near him, so he will be able to survive that one. But how is the entirety of the team of Vendetta gonna survive this push? The discipline kicks in and they retreat. Alright, we have room for breather.
Coming in from Katina. That game has that entire match has to go. That entire match point should go to Katina for saving the game there.
Absolutely, and as of now, the way things stand, the entire map is going red. and they'll try and push towards the mid again. We see Baby Tizu going in with the split again and look towards the backline. Ryu tries to get the knock up in, but his own backline has been shattered. Ray will be finished off. Ryu still stands, and this is what we were talking about. No more rough waves at all for 2Es, and this is going to be a 0 finish for the side of ABM, and they are the grand champions. They have dethroned the Kings, and in the most stylish way possible.
What a I'm speechless. Like what a beautiful match, what a beautiful gameplay shown by ABM and Vendetta. This I guess this is a full on victory for ABM, doesn't it? Congratulations.
That was an insane play with a Layla pick, and look at the damage that Ryu actually dealt. 31%.
I mean Ryu
31%.
you're right in there. What else would Ryu could have done? Either die every attempt of like joining a team fight or just do mad damage and then like have it like still die but still get 2 kills. And Ryu chose that like, hey, I'll be glass cannon. I'll take 2 damage.
Yeah. I'll be glass cannon. I'm gonna burst them down. Gets the horse claw in as well. No wind of nature. No Athena shield.
No
full
bid
on-
needed.
Yeah,
No bid
pure
needed.
damage. Not needed. Absolutely correct. They don't need it at all. And that was the match. And insane 4-0 and an amazing play by both of these.
Dethroning the champions of Vendetta, the champion of Vendetta. Like, congratulations! Like, this is just beautiful. This is the manual opus, you could say.
Absolutely, and they have managed to secure the trophy for them, the prize for them, and this has been such an amazing journey. They have got a win streak, they've not lost a match, and that is probably what they were looking for. Again, ABM with different kinds of draft, they just showed how well coordinated their play was. I really, feel bad for Vendetta. They almost had the game. The base was literally 2 HP.
I mean,
Literally 2 HP.
the base had nothing. It was just black. That's it. The glue. Everyone was there to like push the base, but they all just died too fast by both Lena, Chandi, and Mitzi on them.
Exactly. And Mhm.
Even the Lord did not like push full HP Lord at base, still couldn't clear it.
Exactly. And they just needed one more person to hit 2 more shots on that base, and they would have got the game. We might have seen a game number 5, but nonetheless, insane match between both these teams and an amazing grand final. It's been an amazing journey. I've been flabbergasted to be joined by all of you all for the casting, and I've enjoyed it so much. And I'm expecting another season, that too very quickly. And I know that audience, you would also want to know a few codes for the giveaway. Maybe we have a few saved in the bank for you, so you would want to stick around for even longer to find if there'll be more diamonds to take and more spins to go forward with. But this is going to be it from our side. That's me, Scared Yet, and my co-caster Richie. We've had a lot of fun, and this will be it from us. Thank you so much for joining in. We will see you guys in the next tournament. In the meantime, click on that subscribe as well as subscribe and like button and the bell notification. We should not miss bell notification at all. Otherwise, we will not know when the tournament is coming. Also, join our Discord server for the further updates. And if you would want to register your team, you would definitely want to stick in the community group. So make sure not to go anywhere. We will catch you guys in the next tournament. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye bye.
Bye. And remember to ban Layla.
Ban Layla. There.
I talked about it and then it's just gone.
It was literally gone right in front of your eyes. But for now, we're going to see Array getting the knock up in, and look at the follow up coming in with the gloves. They're still trying to take him out, and Jay will not. This is so absurdly extended team fight. I mean, for God's sake, stop this one. They're not deciding that at all. And Alim will be traded in Pokerita. And an insane Way of the Dragon onto Alim, bringing it back in the tower, and the Tyrant Stage connect, and the follow-up comes in. Baby Tizu too late in the party, will still try to grab all of them. The Way of the Dragon connecting yet again. Turnabout Memory will be able to finish him off. And the Bravest Warrior not gonna get anyone. Landchecker gets two. The knockup is absolutely perfect, along with the Tyrant's Rage. And that is
The fight is still going on.
Yeah,
The
it's a
fight
1-for-1
is
trade-off, but a jungler for a side laner. Array still surviving. Alim will not be able to. There comes the rough phase connecting again. Ryu picked off Asuna. Want to see how, ABM are actually going to come back with. There comes in the team fight. King's Calling used up with the rough phase, taking Apex down. But finally, Ryu getting the first pick off in this game. He will probably be taken down again. Venom! They need to.
Turret's Rage and Turret's Trinity out Kadida. Kadida diving into the backline, but maybe not attacking anyone. Drew with the stit on Krufra. But that doesn't matter because Krufra is going to use his dash from the side of Vendetta. But Hayabusa comes in with the Shadow Assassination. Kadida with the Stewman Airborne. Drew with the stit onto Krufra, I think. Onto Krufra here. But getting killed on his own just from Chunky.
Who cares? I'm gonna die either way. Let's go with the BOD. Add me more damage, man. I already have Malefic, but that is an insane Tyrant's Revenge. And a perfect play coming in by Apex. Working in towards that Lord Zen as well as Venom. They're actually taking him down. Look at the HP of Ryu. He will survive this one, and Jay will fall with the rough. I don't care. He actually managed to take the mid inhibitor out as well. But one of the main problem in that play was that Layla with the ultimate perfect pick off there of the dragon. But look at the base. Tyrant's Rage being used up to delay the Lord push. We are seeing Mincy jumping in as well, but Baby DZ is going to take the base down. But Ryu with the damage gets the double. Will Winter Truncheon try and push towards the mid again. We see Baby Tizu going in with the split again and look towards the backline. Ryu tries to get the knock-up in, but his own backline has been shattered. Ray will be finished off. Ryu still stands there.
I talked about it and then it's just gone.
It was literally gone right in front of your eyes. But for now, we're going to see Array getting the knock-up in, and look at the follow-up coming in with the gloves. They're still trying to take him out, and Jay will not. This is so absurdly extended team fight. I mean, for God's sake, stop this one. They're not deciding that at all. And Alim will be traded in for Karita. And an insane Way of the Dragon onto Alim, bringing it back in the tower, and the Tyrant Stage connect, and the follow-up comes in. Baby Tizu too late in the party, will still try to grab all of them. The Way of the Dragon connecting yet again. Turnabout Memory will be able to finish him off. And the Bravest Warrior not gonna get anyone. Landchecker gets two. The knockup is absolutely perfect, along with the Tyrant's Rage. And that is
The fight is still going on.
Yeah, it's a 1-for-1 trade-off, but a jungler for a side laner. Array still surviving. Alim will not be able to. There comes the rough phase connecting again. Ryu picked off Asuna. Want to see how, ABM are actually going to come back with. There comes in the team fight. King's Calling used up with the rough phase, taking Apex down. But finally, Ryu getting the first pick off in this game. He will probably be taken down again. Venom! They need to.
Turret's Rage and Turret's Trinity out Kadida. Kadida diving into the backline, but maybe not attacking anyone. Drew with the stit on Krufra. But that doesn't matter because Krufra is going to use his dash from the side of Vendetta. But